Hola, mi amigos y amigas. How are you doing today? I hope you are doing spectacular today. Because I'm not. You know why? Because of the person that we will be talking about today. Classically, Abby, aka Ben Shapiro's sister.
Wet ass P-word.
Yes, really. Ben Shapiro's sister has been pushing her ads onto us just like a freaking maniac.
Bruh.
Enough with the talk. Let's get right into talking about this freak. Her description states that she is a commentary, Oprah, beauty, and lifestyle channel, all viewed, I'm sorry, I can't speak proper English. Please, Abby, don't deport me, please. Ben, please. All viewed, classic perspective. Let's be classic. Hashtag classic crew. She is currently 28 years old and she has over 90k subscribers at the time that I am recording this video, of course. Mangoes, if you have snacks or anything, take it out and let's review this awful content together. The first video that we will be watching together delightfully is Conservative Woman. It is our time. Let's take the culture back.
Celebrities, influencers, and YouTubers. So much of the time it feels like one worldview, one position.
Why the hell is this video so dramatic for like no reason? I'm sorry that, I don't know, the area that you probably live in is probably like Democratic / like liberal dominated, but stop acting like your ancestors were enslaved for like 400 years because, oh wait. But like, stop acting like your political party is oppressed just because some people don't like your political values.
Many of them don't say outright what their politics are. Many of them do. And none of them will say what I'm about to. I'm a conservative influencer.
So brave. Such an outstanding person.
Being a conservative woman in today's day and age is not easy.
I'm just astounded. I mean, there's definitely not African Americans that are literally struggling because of their skin color against police brutality, but do your thing.
That you aren't a real woman, but none of that is true. Conservative women are the backbone of American society.
That's a little bit of a stretch, like.
Prioritize marriage and children, support our husbands, and support ourselves. We live with values that encourage people to be better, even when the world tells us that everyone should do what they want, regardless of consequences.
Homie, what? Listen, there's a thing called freedom of speech, but everyone knows that you can't just go out there like to a random fucking neighborhood and be like, oh, slurs, like everywhere. Dude, everyone knows that there are consequences to everything you do, as long as you are literally not a psychopath and a well-functioning human being. That's literally basic human knowledge. As Isaac Newton's third law states that for every action in nature, there is an equal and opposite reaction. That not only happens in nature, but believe it or not, classically, Abby, it also happens with the things you say in our everyday lives. If I were to go out there, and if you were to go out there and literally punch someone in the face, what do you think would happen? Like, what the hell are you talking about, classically, Abby?
We stand hand in hand with men, not against them. And we shouldn't have to remain silent about our views. You've been forgotten and left behind, as magazines and movies decided you're outdated.
What movies? What Pacific movies? Please provide a Pacific movie that stated that conservative women are outdated. Please. I'm sorry. I sound so passive aggressive. It's just because this woman, she's like so vague. There's like no actual Pacific evidence that she's providing. She's just saying things that make her group of women sound oppressed. Like, I'm sorry that your political party doesn't stand well with the current status of today's political climate.
You've been told that the best way to be a woman is to act more like a man.
Or like a man? Or more independent from the old days where, you know, women were forced to stay home and cook and weren't allowed to vote. A lot of women nowadays are achieving independence and are more career motivated.
You don't care about women because you care about a child in her womb.
Bruh.
That sleeping around is empowering, but waiting till marriage is ridiculous.
I think that's one's choice. Let's not force your opinions on other people.
You've been told that believing in God is passé.
I've never been told this, and I'm a woman.
Let's take back the culture so women can be women. Let's talk about reclaiming your femininity.
I think that's very subjective to what femininity is for different women. I literally don't agree with anything this woman is saying. Alright, whatever.
Let's talk about dating with purpose.
How about we just let people do whatever they want? And besides, who gets to decide if we're like dating with purpose or not?
Let's talk about how to dress fashionably and conservatively.
There are different things to wear for different occasions.
Let's talk about how to do your makeup for a night at the opera, not a night at the club.
Her eyes, they're like triggered.
You know what I mean? If you wear clothes and smoke and do drugs and all of that, sorry, you're not a real woman.
States right there by the prophet of womanhood right here.
Let's talk about life from a conservative perspective. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Please subscribe.
Yeah, no. So the next video is 5 things I'll never apologize for. This conservative woman won't bow down to the mob.
I'm going to be talking about 5 things I won't apologize for as a conservative. Being a conservative in today's day and age, you are constantly in a position where people call you the worst names, try and cancel you, and want you to apologize for everything you believe in.
I mean, that is kind of fact, yeah.
Today, I want to share 5 things that I will not apologize for. Being a conservative woman, I know how hard it is to take a stand in a world where you're constantly criticized. Before we get into today's video, I want to thank the Pearl Source for sponsoring.
Alright, skip all this.
Apologize for is being pro-life.
If you're pro-life, it's your personal stance on, you know, the subject. I think that's exercising your freedom of speech, and that's totally perfectly understandable. So she's right in the fact that she shouldn't apologize for this.
I will never apologize for my views. I will never choose convenience over morality.
Honestly, if you think about it, like, morality is pretty subjective, right? Like, no one gets to decide if this is right, this is wrong, this is right, this is wrong. Like, in the eyes of the government, there is different things that are obviously right, like not murdering people, not robbing people, and there's things that are wrong, and that's like murdering people, robbing people, etc., etc. The only things that are upholding these good moral values is the government and values that other people tell us, right? And it gets engraved in our brains. Morals are, if you think about it, they are subjective. Let me know what you think in the comments. I mean, that's just how I view things. I took philosophy, okay, in my college, so I know what I'm talking about.
The second thing I won't apologize for is being a champion of marriage. In 2020, loving marriage for everything that it does for society is something that you increasingly have to apologize for. I have gotten comments that say that my whole personality is about being a wife.
Yo, at least she's self-aware.
And I won't apologize for loving being married. Marriage is awesome.
If you're a woman and you don't want marriage, you don't want children, you don't want anything, and you're okay with dying alone, aka me, that's perfectly fine. Alright, I'm gonna skip to another video because there's men and women and other genders. The next video is what an actual woman thinks of Taylor Swift's The Man. An actual woman, yeah, because she's an actual woman. She's not like other women, she's an actual woman.
We're going to be talking about Taylor Swift's new video, The Man.
Honestly, never seen Taylor Swift's video. I'm actually not even a fan of her that much, but let's see what Classically Abby has to say.
I was a huge fan of Taylor Swift, and even when she moved into pop, I didn't really blame her for that, but it didn't make me not like her. And then Taylor Swift decided that she was going to become an SJW.
Look at her eyes.
And then Taylor,
it's like so condescending.
social justice warrior. I did not like her as much after this happened.
That little laugh. She's triggered, but she doesn't want to show it. She's playing it chill.
And if you are not a liberal, she didn't want you listening to her. Well, all I can say is that I didn't really want to listen to her anymore, so I stopped.
Alright, thanks for telling us, Abby. Thank you for letting us know.
She has really decided that she is a victim. I am not a fan of victimhood. Also kind of scary given the fact that she has so many followers. If she says she's a victim, guess how many people are going to defend her and say, no, you can't say anything bad about her.
Wait, what? Swift's The Man. Let's see what the lyrics are. I would be complex, I would be cool. They would say I play the field before I found someone to commit to, and that would be okay for me to do. How is this victimhood? And I'm so sick of them coming at me again, because if I was a man, then I would be the man. I would be the man. I would be the man. Alright, we get it. What if what I was wearing, if I was rude, could all be separated from my good ideas and power moves? And they would toast me, oh, let the players play. I would be like, Leo in St. Tropez. She is simply just highlighting the standards, the different standards that men and women are held to.
I just watched Taylor Swift's The Man music video, and I'm so tired of women acting like victims. We have all the same rights, we have all the same opportunities. You know what acting like a victim gets you? The feeling you'll never succeed and unhappiness.
Wait. Wait. No way. Dude. She's literally playing a victim. She's playing the victim card for being a conservative. Does she not see herself being in the wrong? This woman is a hypocrite. She is a hypocrite, and she doesn't even realize it. She's just trashing on Taylor Swift for playing the victim card when she's literally doing the same thing. Doing the absolute opposite of what Taylor's doing, which is being a conservative and classic.
I'm tired of women saying that we don't have rights in America. Now, clearly, Taylor Swift's video was about women in America. I wasn't trying to say that women around the world are given the same rights as men.
I can't believe this. She is so not self-aware of her hypocrisy that that it's actually a little bit funny, a little bit like satirical in the same way. Like, did she not realize this? Are you kidding me right now? Ugh.
All of Taylor Swift's fans, who are supposedly the ones who think that all women are heroes, decided that when I tweeted something out against Taylor, they had the right to call me ugly, a rat.
Alright, well, that was kind of out of line. Alright, bro. We can all agree that, you know, stans they're a little bit out there, alright? We can all agree to that. We can all attest to that, yeah, everyone?
Really argue with my points. Some of them did, and in my opinion, that's not really something to brag about if you are a famous person who has a lot of fans.
Well, I mean, I'm sure even if she's famous, you know, women in whatever industry, even if they're successful, they are still held to a different standard than, you know, like men. Especially the fact that men are mostly in higher positions than women.
I wasn't upset by what happened. I thought it was kind of funny, but I thought I would give you guys an actual woman's response to Taylor Swift's The Man video.
Actual woman alert!
Video starts off with her in an office walking around treating people badly, and the lyrics are talking about how if she was a man, she could sleep around and no one would care.
Just to attest to Taylor Swift's lyric, I legit heard this when I was in high school, like walking up to like this random stairway or walking down, I don't fucking know. Anyways, I heard this guy who's quote unquote popular shaming this other guy for being a virgin. So I can definitely attest to Taylor Swift's lyrics that the more you sleep with, if you are a man, then you are, I guess, seen as more alpha because you get more. So Taylor definitely has a valid point.
And in the communities that I still choose to be a part of, if men are sleeping around, that's not a good thing.
Your family is conservative, right? So obviously that's going to be shunned. But there are different social circles that do get shamed for being a virgin and for not sleeping around, just like the anecdote that I just told you.
Anybody who is sleeping around before they're married is not praised at all. So why are you hanging around the people who are saying that stuff? Let's say men should be able to sleep around and women shouldn't. Why are we trying to make it so that women can instead of saying that men shouldn't either? Actually, women are not criticized in my experience for sleeping around. Everyone should probably just not sleep around in a way that's gross.
Dude, her tone is just so condescending. I can't take this anymore. What are the comments saying? I need to know. What the fuck is an actual woman sitting here confused? That's what I'm saying. Like, bro. In my community, it's looked down upon for men to sleep around. Girl, have you ever stepped foot into a public high school? Yes, that's what I'm freaking saying. Like, all the comments, they're like, you know, repeating my points, but this is alright, but real talk, like, this woman, sorry, she's an actual woman, literally having an aneurysm watching this woman because she's so not self-aware of what she's saying. She just has this mindset where everything she says, it's right. I'm gonna have to tell you guys something. I was a conservative I was like conservative when I was like 17, right? I'm not conservative anymore. I would say I'm like in the middle of like the political spectrum, but I lean more to the left now. If you're more right-leaning, it is your choice, because you know there's this thing called freedom of speech and being tolerant to people that does have a differing opinion than you, even if they're liberals. I'm not conservative anymore, but if I meet someone that's conservative, that's fine, and I don't care about whatever this woman believes. It's just the fact that she is so unself-aware of her, like whatever she's saying, she just shoves her opinion down her viewers' throat, especially with her ads, as you can see probably all through your freaking explore page. That was my take on Classically Abby, aka Ben Shapiro sister, aka an actual woman. I love her. It's a little bit interesting. Let's say that in the nicest way possible. She is a very interesting person. I mean, what else can you say other than that? If you did like my video, feel free to subscribe, and I love you so much.